Welcome investors. Today we are in the neighborhood of Moema in São Paulo, Brazil, and I want to show you how crazy is construction over here in São Paulo. What we are going to see today is a perfect example, because in one block you will see several different projects, several different buildings being built up. So just a brief introduction, because we don't want to take nothing for granted. I mean, here in the city of São Paulo in Brazil, okay, just to give you an idea where we are, Moema is one of the best neighborhoods, and they are building a lot of stuff over here, and with a lot of potential in many cases, but you have to choose wisely, of course, and you take an informed decision. So to be more specific, we will see projects over here. So starting from here, then here, then here. So this is where the Cirela one is located. This is where the one from AAM is located, the two towers. Then here the Claris from Sequoia, then the Lote 5, Lote 5. And then also the one from Trisul over here, and then all the other ones from the other two towers I think they are over here. I mean the one from Tegra. I mean we are talking a small range distance, and we are with many different towers. I mean this is just to give you a practical example on how this real estate industry is booming in Brazil. And it's not like something that you think, who's gonna buy all that stuff, right? I mean, why do they build that stuff? They think before they build, so they don't build just to build because they want. They don't do it for fun. So this is because these buildings they are gonna be bought. There is demand, especially in this area. Moema is interesting because it's close to the Parque Ibirapuera. And all the people from São Paulo, they love to go to this park to have a run. I mean, as there are not many parks around the city. I mean, there are some, but this is the most known. Is like, just to give you a comparison, it would be like Central Park in New York, as we mentioned in the first video, because the location is central and it's a big one. Okay. Moema is divided in two sides. This one is Pássaros, and the other one is Flores. So this is the most desirable location to invest in. But why not investing over here? I mean, this is still Moema. With a cheaper ticket, it would make sense. I mean, the price tags that we're gonna see today, they are pretty high compared to other locations such as Brooklyn or Chácara Santo Antonio, but also there are more expensive areas. For example, Itaim Bibi is around the same of Moema or more expensive. Pinheiro is also expensive, but still it's all about, okay, what I put in the box and what I get out of the box after the investment. And this is the concept. So higher ticket, but also higher price tag for a day of Airbnb, or a monthly rent. Of course, it's all proportion usually, and if it's not proportion, run away.
So as you can see over there, this is being constructed by Cirela, which is, I would say, the top developer in Brazil. And I'm gonna show you a plate that you will see over there. That plate from the Itaú Bank says una obra financiada pelo Itaú. That means a project financed by Itaú. This is typical when, after a while, the project gains the financing involved when you buy a project that has already received financing. This is a big one, and the apartments will be, I think, over 200 square meters each. 200 square meters is too much unless you want to apply some wealth protection strategy. You have a lot of money to park somewhere to hide from your spouse that is divorcing, for example. That would be a nice strategy.
So in this video, we'll go through these projects that we are gonna see on the road in this, all concentrated in this block. I mean, just to show you how crazy is the boom in real estate in Brazil. So just quickly going through this one. The first one is this one from Cirela. Cirela is focused on luxury and high-level buildings. I mean, we are talking top finishes. I mean, this is where the kids of the owners will play. This is a bar, a lounge area. This is a party area where you can rent these spaces out and for a day, maybe for $100 or a half a day. And so they have two pools, one exterior, one interior. I mean, this is top level stuff. Also, you can see this gym. I mean, imagine going downstairs and train here. I mean, this is top luxury stuff. Well, what is interesting about this one, it has a tennis court. Tennis court, from our experience, is around less than 3% of the building we analyze. They are with tennis court. Usually now the trend is to have a beach tennis court. So that's more popular in Brazil right now, with sand, and it's a different sport, more relaxed vibe, I would say. So going to the prices, to the values, I mean, we are talking a high value here. This is not like a basic investment. This is for usually this is a project that would be considered by people that want to live in this location and want the top luxury lifestyle.
So here you have another example. This is a very well-known developer, AAM, which I've bought from this year myself. So as you can see, there are two projects in the same area. One is this one, Monogram, which is a bigger apartments for residential use, mainly. And then this one there is another project, so two buildings in the same lot. The other one is this one, NDK. It's called like that because I think they use a Nordic architect, so Nordic NDK. And there are smaller studio apartments, 26, 27 square meters.
So moving to the next project, we analyze Monogram Moema by AAM. AAM, I have invested in a project from them, and not this one, but another one in Brooklyn. So here we are talking a high ticket as well. I mean, this is not for a cash flow investment. This is mainly for people that want to live in this location and also live a luxury lifestyle. I mean, this is not as luxurious as the one from Cirela that we've seen, but it has all the amenities. I mean, the steam room and the pool, external and internal, on the top of the building. I mean, this is interesting for people that want to live here. But myself, I didn't invest in this one. Too big and too expensive for my objectives. Then everyone has its own objectives. So here we move to the NDK. NDK stands for Nordic because the architect that designed the facade of the building, they invested a lot in the differentiating factor of the facade. I mean, you might like it, you might not like it, but that's what they focused on. So this is a building in the same lot of the Monogram, but is a building that is for studio apartments. So while the other tower is for bigger apartment for living there. This is for mainly for investment. So these are studios of 27 square meters. So the question is, what didn't convince me about this project? It was this factor here. I mean, the facade, it can be nice. I mean, depends on your taste, but this is a practical issue that I found, that this balcony, it cannot be closed. I mean, it cannot be integrated with a glass over here. So it cannot be. Usually, the doors are removed, and then here is closed with a glass to integrate this part, the balcony, within the apartment, the studio apartment. So in this case, it couldn't be done. So this factor didn't convince me. Besides the ticket, I mean, the ticket over here is it's over it's between 400,000 and 500,000 reais at least. I mean, this was a few months ago. So now it's gonna be probably even more expensive.
As you can see around, I mean, it's building all over the place. This year I traveled to Dubai for work, and I've seen construction, but here is, I would say, it's even on another level. Maybe buildings are less tall, but there are many more buildings being built in the city. So this year, according to an article that I read, there should be 818 towers being built. Now we're gonna see another one. We are in the same road, so in the same block on this side again. We'll see another one. This is extremely good. We were over there when we started the video with the two projects over there. We are talking about 50 meters distance, and here we have another one. This is called Claris by Sequoia. Sequoia is the developer. As you can see on the plate over there, the apartments are between 32 and 66 square meters. And as you can see also over there, entrega da obra, January 2025. This means that it's going to be delivered according to the forecast of the developer at the beginning of next year. So as you can see, the building is already in the final stage. And there, when there is the building almost done, they have an office, a smaller office. And when it's starting at the beginning, they have a big office where you can see the model of the building and everything. But still, you get all the information in an office like that. What's very nice about this one, a differentiating factor of this one is the plant of the apartment. Okay, so it's a square plant, 32, 35. That's gonna allow you to fit in a bedroom with a high space optimization. We always advise for a square plant of the apartment, but I know that 95% of the apartments, they have a rectangular shaped plant. So we can go closer to see the model of the building.
So moving to the next one, Sequoia. I mean, I really like this one, and I received a good proposal months ago, maybe a year ago already, and so but it was for 460,000 reais, something like that. It was a good price. This, but I preferred in that period to invest in another location. So this one, what is interesting about this one is the floor plan. So here, as you'll see over here, if it's gonna open, this square floor plan here, I mean, this is 32 square meters. I mean, this is very, very interesting for investing for long stay, especially because many people want to live over here in Moema. It's one of the highest quality neighborhoods in São Paulo. You have all the shops close by. You don't have to take Uber. You don't have to drive. I mean, it's all it's an amazing location, Moema. So if you join that factor together with a plant like this is a well organized, well distributed plant for a floor plan. So here you have the technical area where you put the air conditioning, but it's a small balcony. I don't like a lot of space located in the balcony, so The idea is to have it as much as possible inside the apartment. I mean, this is the 22 square meters, and this is the 34 square meters. So we just have a big, slightly more spacious apartment in both the kitchen and the bedroom. Then we go. I don't like this plan, for example. I mean, it's not efficient. And these are bigger apartments, again, for people that want to live instead of buy to rent. Okay, so the values here are starting at 600,000 reais. I would definitely say that this is negotiable. Of course, that's why Grow Abroad Real Estate exists, to help investors, work with investors to negotiate on their behalf products that are interesting on the market. So this is the website. I mean, I was almost forgetting the amenities. I mean, here there are a pool on the rooftop. I mean, this is a lounge, and then here where you leave the bike, laundry, and you have professional machines with washer and dryer. I mean, the stuff where you will see a lot. And so here is a dry sauna with a view over here. I like saunas that have windows that look outside, because I mean, they give you a better experience, but then it's subjective. Co-working space and churrascaria area. I mean, where in Brazil they love to have barbecues, especially on Sundays. So this is an example of a decorated apartment.
Tudo bem? Estamos filmando aqui, promovendo o Brasil. Agora já é oficial. Então, she's Rose from Sequoia, and as we were talking about, this project is very interesting due to the plant. They have a square plant, and we were already discussing values. Now it's going to be delivery in January. Entrega em janeiro, né? Quantas unidades ficam ainda?
Agora? Quantas unidades a gente tem ainda?
30 unidades, 30 units available still. In case you're interested, just click on the link below and we'll be in touch for this. So here we have the Claris still, as we were talking about. And then here, we are at 50%. So here, you have another one. As you can see, you always have to look on the plate over there to see what products we are talking about. So this is 67 square meters and 81.
So moving now to the next project. I didn't know this Lote 5, Lote 5. I didn't know this incorporadora, but these are a way in between compared to what we've seen from the biggest ones and the studio apartments. So I think that this project is oriented to people that want to invest to live here, but they do not want to pay too much. Okay, so this is it's 1 million reais, over 1 million. This is around less than, should be around 200,000, something like that, dollars. So what I notice about this one is that they do not focus that much on amenities. So this is the website. I mean, they have a pool, yes, but they are not with those many amenities, such as the Cirela project that we've seen before. There is a pool that gives you the comfort, of course, of living, but is lacking all the gym and the other stuff. That's why it comes. That's why it comes as a lower with a lower ticket compared to the other bigger ones that we've seen.
One, okay, but still, if you go for, they also have studios here. I visited the shop here. This one is from Trisul, which is another developer, also very interesting. As you can see, that plate, Banco Safra, is another bank, and they have financed this project as well. When it's still at an early stage, you can visit the model apartment. So they have a model apartment available. Here you have different sizes. From what I remember, there are like 36 and 26 or something like that square meters. It's a big building with all the amenities, and maybe it's around 500 units in the building. So we are talking plenty of apartments.
So here we'll see the collection is a series by Trisul of projects, and it's very interesting because these are made for investors. So we are gonna see here. I like Trisul honestly, but it depends on the location. So here is a good location, of course, but these apartments are 27 to 37 square meters, which is more in line to what is the buy to rent objective. So here is an example of a floor plan. So here, just to give you an idea, I mean the finishings are good. Also the gym looks very, very nice. I mean, well equipped. It doesn't have a roof like the other one that we've seen from Cirella, that is a luxury stuff, but at least it has all the equipment the tenants will need to train in the building. This is a Salon de Festas, is the party room that, as we explained before, they can rent for a day or half a day. I mean, as you will see in many projects, they have these amenities. What changes is the luxury level of the amenities. So this, wow, this is a nice co-working, honestly, with a private office. I mean, office that can be closed for additional privacy, delivered mini market, as we've seen in another video in Moema. I mean, it's where you go downstairs and you buy the stuff that you need without losing time to go out. They all invest in creating an ecosystem within the building and to avoid you going out and lose time. I mean, honestly, this is one of the nicest over here. And also the ticket is more in line, it's more feasible for investment. So here, 499, 500,000 reais, and this can be negotiated. I mean, all these values that you see here are table values, and they depend on your negotiation skills. So what I like about Trisul are the floor plans, that in some cases they have, if you focus on this specific detail compared to other apartments, other plans, they reduce this part that goes on the left. Basically, usually this black part, it would go up to here. So it would restrict your visual and your space. So they try to make it as little as possible, or or they avoid it completely. So they thereby leaving more space visually, especially.
Filma eu. Vai. Como vai? Tudo bem?
Eu sou palhaço paçoquinha, gente, o famoso do mundo, meia-noite participa de Macedônia, tá? Obrigado, gente!
É que in Brazil everyone is happy. É. As you can see, they work like 7 days a week. Usually a project to be delivered takes 3 years, okay? Before it was 2 years, now they prolong two years on average to deliver a building in São Paulo. Now we have another one. So there is another one over there. This building is from Tegra. Tegra is a great developer that I really like. There is a building where I stayed at an Airbnb. It's called DSG Itaim, in an area called Itaim BB, which is one of the safest, one of the best, most luxurious areas, richest in São Paulo. This is the residential tower. So what I mean with residential is that it's bought mainly for people that want to live here. But then we have also another tower in the same project that is gonna be for studios. So here you have from 26.77 square meters up to 35, 36. I'm talking apartments more for investment purposes. So for cash flow, this differentiates also this developer. They are more focused on sustainability and they monitor all the people that have employed in this project. 354 people employed, 336 hours of training, and 100% of materials recycled. And cubic meters of water use.
Then we'll move on. To the this one by Tegra. This is interesting. I mean, but the ticket I found it a bit too high for my taste. Tegra, I love Tegra. I mean, especially the DSG building in Itaim. We'll go through it in a dedicated video. I mean, the finishings of that building, the lifestyle of living there, I would say is amazing. So, I mean, the incorporadoras, I mean, studios, they have 2 towers in this project. One is for studio apartments that you see here. And then they also have another one with bigger apartments and also the more amenities. Amenities are divided. In many cases, when there are projects with 2 towers, amenities are divided between the studio apartments and the bigger apartments, the residential apartments. So in many cases, amenities are not shared. So the studios will have their own pool, and the residential tower will have a dedicated, usually bigger or better pool. That's why these guys pays more. I mean, they want the lifestyle, and the other ones they want the rentability. Okay, so here the initial price is 469, but you have to be extra careful in this case, as I've been analyzing the prices. The cheaper ones, so the cheaper prices, they are over here. As you'll see, here is floor 3. Okay, always ask: is this a unit for office or a residential unit, or NR unit? So not residential mean that can be used for Airbnb specifically, and also for let's say a doctor's office or something like that. So what I notice here is that prices are, I mean, lower, but when you go to the 9th floor, I mean, when you go up to the 8th or 7th floor, there are offices, so they are not for living, they are for mainly for a commercial use. So when you go to the 9th floor, the prices, I mean, they spike, they go very, very much higher. So as you see here, 686. I mean, this is a high value for 28.5 square meter. I mean, it's a high price in my professional opinion. So I really like Tegra, but I found this one to be slightly too expensive. As mentioned before, these prices can be negotiated all the time. I mean, this is where the fun is. This is what we do on a daily basis.
I think that over there is the tower for studios apartments. Okay. So as you can see, I mean, in one block we have seen 5 different projects. This is how crazy is the real estate industry over here. I mean, it's growing like this. They have all these towers, they have already been bought at least 50% or so. So there is demand. It's not something like a bubble that you see in other places and you think, who's gonna buy all this stuff? Here, they're gonna buy it. There is market, there is demand. And so I am confident to say this is the best place to invest today in the world. Because, for example, if we compare to Spain, Spain has, okay, high demand and everything, but there is little construction going on.